yeah, when you look at the pace of the wicket, you would think batters would pretty much get in and go deep. Unfortunately, none of our batters were able to do that. But we had a fair few starts. But I guess it was a bonus at the end of the day for us. Getting the 3 wickets. It really set the tone for what's to come. I think the game is setting up to be a really nice one, and I think anytime you get as many wickets as we had on the first day, it always sets up to be something quite exciting. But I think the pitch is still pretty good for batting, and they've got 2 quality players at the crease at the moment, which we've got to dismiss and then get into the lower to middle half.
Knowing that you were only likely to have 8 overs bowling, what was the chat when you went out? Let's try and get 1, maybe 2, and end up with 3.
Yeah, it's just to start it. I think our bowlers were a lot better today in terms of our starts. We've been at fault for, I guess, gifting the English batters, a few too many boundaries up front. But, credit to both Jaden and Azari for the way they started. Not only have they gotten wickets, they've been able to keep it relatively tight for us, and I think after you've got 2 wickets up front, it's a matter you just express yourself and try to get as many as you can possibly get in the period of play. At that point, runs are irrelevant at that time, so we could attack. So it's just passes of play, and I think we played that passage really well.
Thanks.
Jason, it looked like when you were there, starting to bat with the tail, that you were starting to go up. Were you thinking about going after it, and then obviously you get that ball from Atkinson. What was your actual plan at the time? Were you kind of keen to, I suppose, start hitting out, because it looked like the pitch was playing relatively serenely? Certainly that's the way you made it look.
I think at the stage where he got out, I was trying to get past the 2 spells from both Wokes and Atkinson. At that stage, I think the ball started to do a little bit more. It was quiet for a bit, but then it started to swing a bit more. Just trying to get past that phase and then try to be a little bit more expressive to whoever else was to come after that. I knew Woody was deep into his workload in terms of the amount of overs he was asked to bowl, and then obviously coming with a sharp ball plan on a very slow wicket, it takes a lot of effort. So I wasn't really expecting him to come back too soon after. So maybe if Bashir would have came back, probably try to push the game a little bit more. But it's a tactical game at that stage where I'm sure Stokesy would have set the field back for me and put the pressure on the other batter to make the score move. Just unfortunate. The ball I got, it was a decent ball. It swung pretty late after it started to look to leg. But having said that, was happy, the way I battled through it, and was able to get a start.
Yeah. So it's been a while since you got a half century, and obviously you opted out of the series in Australia. How gratifying was it for you to kind of shore up the middle order and make sure that you put something on the board that you could defend?
Look, for me, my form has been, I haven't really been too worried, the way I've been going. I feel as though I've been, getting starts. Starts hasn't been an issue. It's just really carrying on. The trend and pattern for this series as well. I had to start in each test match, at each venue. So it's just a matter for me to, again, dig deeper. But sometimes it becomes difficult batting with the lower half, trying to shepherd the tail, and that's another challenge in itself. So my last series prior to this was against India last year, which was a quiet one as well. But prior to that, I got a half century in South Africa. So it's just been a real sporadic journey for me in the last year and a half in terms of the amount of Test cricket I've played and the amount of Test cricket we have played. Just take it as it comes, to be fair. I'm not really one right now to be milestone driven. For me, it's more or less trying to drive the culture in the group to get us better, and I think we need to just continue to move in an upward direction, and that's just my main goal at the moment. I continue to play each and every Test match for West Indies I can possibly play, just to help guide the group and enjoy playing with these boys. So look, tomorrow brings another challenge, and I'm really looking forward to that, and I'm sure each individual in the dressing room is as well.
And how much, having batted well and got a bit of a score, how much does that confidence feed into your fielding and taking a couple of great catches there?
When we went on the field, Craig said to the boys, look, runs on the board. How many other runs we had on the board, it was just a total on the board. So for us, again, at that stage of the game, you got 40 minutes to run in the ball. You give everything you can give at that present time, and hope that you can hold on to all your chances. And we did that this evening. I think it's crucial for us to hold the chances that we get tomorrow with the wicket being so placid. And And you know, if we can back up the bowlers in the field, and I have no doubt that we can knock England over.